How is it a trope? How is it a trope to see American soldiers die on behalf of Israel's wars?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
How many times have you gone to Arlington and paid your respects to American heroes?
I'm not talking to you, Conricus, you terrorist piece of crap.
Whatever your view of the US-Israeli attack on Iran, it's a moment of history which will forever reshape the Middle East. Whether the new world is a better, safer place, we don't know. That's the reality of war. There's a lot we don't know, and it sets off deadly chain reactions which cannot be controlled. The Ayatollah is dead, and nobody should mourn a murderous dictator who presided for decades over state-sponsored terrorism across the world. But we don't know if his replacement will be as bad or perhaps even worse. President Trump says Iranian dissidents should take this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sweep into power, but we don't know how they're supposed to do that. The civilian protesters don't have the guns. President Trump says the war should last up to 4 weeks. There's Iranian bombs rained down on Gulf states who did not want a war. We don't know if it can be contained. US allies in the UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and elsewhere may well tell the US that it just can't wash its hands of a regional war it started. And above all, we don't know what the US justification for the war really is. Donald Trump's conversations with individual journalists over the weekend have echoed his shifting position in the weeks leading up to the attack. On the one hand, it's about Iran's nuclear capabilities, which Trump had said were obliterated and set back decades only last year. On the other, it's about freedom for Iranians and protection for protesters, which many in his base feel is simply not America's business. It's precisely because we don't know so much. This is an enormous gamble by the American president, by far the biggest across either of his presidencies. Trump's legacy will surely now be defined by what happens next,